This is Nehemiah Shamat, and you are now tuned into my album, Monte Carlo, on the Monte Carlo Show. Shalom.
You're now tuned in to the Monte Carlo Show. You dig what I'm talking about? Eat that!
Yo, it's your boy DJ Kryptonite repping that 100.1 The Beat, iHeartRadio, Coalition DJs, and you know I bust them stupid old moves. But right now, you tapped in with my dog, my brother, Monte Carlo on the Monte Carlo Show. Make sure you hit that button, like and subscribe, and as always, keep busting stupid old moves, brother. I see you.
What's up, y'all? This Daisy Hunter, a.k.a. Cognac Slim, and y'all already know I'm checking in to the Monte Carlo Show. Ooh, this is my song.
Like to welcome y'all to the Monte Carlo Show. Another one. Hey. Up entertainment. I'm about to take you on a wild ride. It's the Monte Carlo Show. We got a lot to discuss. We in the manosphere and every topic is up. The hello with shalom. The plan in effect is to level up your home. Be the best version of yourself and measure up your own. We all got dreams. Set a schedule for your role when you're setting up your goals. We hard working. This the channel for the truth. This beyond purpose. Getting paper cut green like a lawn service. This a black man channel. I know y'all nervous, but we at y'all service. Anything you want to talk about, let's talk about it. The Monte Carlo Show, the truth, we all about it. Perspectives, social push objectives, and we ain't gonna stop till our message is effective. These days, hating is selective, but the Monte Carlo Show will always be respected. It's the Monte Carlo Show. Come take this ride with us. It's the Monte Carlo Show. If you got drive, you up. It's the Monte Carlo Show. We getting the streets right. On the road to riches, and every light's a green light. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo Show. It's the Monte Carlo Show. Another one.
Welcome back to another episode of the Monte Carlo Show. I am your host, Monte Carlo. Truth be told, I'm not really, the best of moods today based on the things that have happened in my city, that transpired in my city of Columbia, South Carolina within the last couple of days, last 48 hours. Today's topic is an unfortunate one. But I felt really moved to speak on this. Today's topic is justice for young Cyrus Carmack-Belton. He was 14 years old when he got his life taken away from him here in my city of Columbia, South Carolina, right off of Park Lane Road, which is literally not more than, I want to say, 15 minutes or so up the road from where I currently reside. Let's just get into it. As far as Facebook is concerned, this is fair use. You're gonna hear from the mother of young Cyrus during this news interview as they protested right outside of the store where Rick Chow, my apologies, Rick Chow, he owned the store at the time, but this is young Cyrus's mother speaking. Let me go ahead and play this once again. Fair use.
He showed him dead, like as if he was a dog. And I do not understand how that jury can come back and say that he was not guilty. He was in a runner's stance. It was shown by the pathologist, and they said he was not guilty. It was devastating for me to get a call from Alvin S. Glenn letting me know that Rick Chow was released. That broke me more than you can ever imagine, because my murderer of my son was set free. And it's not fair, and it's unjust. And nobody can tell me that this is not racially motivated, because I'm not supposed to be on social media anyway. But when I go and I look at my social media, I have racist people coming to my page, going under my son's pictures, leaving the most horrific things, saying that they're glad he's dead, good British.
Yeah, and you know what? I spoke on racism in my state in one of my previous episodes. You have to go through my archive to revisit that particular episode that I did on racism. But she felt like it was racially motivated, and the comments that, you know, were left on her Facebook page by these certain individuals, whether they're in the state or outside the state, that just goes to show you the temperament and the temperament of how a lot of people feel about my people. Shout outs to all the Israelites on the four corners of the earth, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings, shalom to all of you guys. Let's keep it moving.
And I am tired. I don't want this to happen to any other child. No black or brown child. You have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. This has to stop today. And I just learned today that South Carolina, if it's a murder charge, that they cannot bring in any of your prior acts. Rick Chow shot 2 people before. Rick Chow assaulted a child in that store and beat her up with a gun on her hip. And none of that information could be brought to light.
I did not know that Rick Chow shot 2 people before. I did not know that Rick Chow had done this to whoever this young girl was. Now, right behind this gas station, this Shell station that Rick Chow owned, there are at least 2 apartment complexes back there, maybe 3, all, you know, black folk. All, you know, mostly black folk live out there. And it's a one-way street going in and coming out, one-way street. But let's continue.
And I do not think that is fair, and if that is on the law books, that needs to be changed. Because if that was not there, then my son would have gotten justice. And to allow this person to terrorize this neighborhood for 12, 13 years is ridiculous. And it's just showing that it's okay to treat black and brown people wrong, and it's not. My son loves everybody. He would tell me, like, oh, Mom, you're being judgmental. You shouldn't do that. That's against God. And the devil shot him dead, and he laid right there.
Can y'all just hear the pain? Can y'all hear the pain in this mother's voice? Can y'all hear it? And this happened in 2023. And it took all this time for us to finally come to a conclusion concerning this matter. Let's keep going.
And we got no justice from South Carolina. And I think it is disgusting. And I don't even know why. I have no words. But every day I will not be able to speak to my son, hear his voice change, see him grow, go to prom. He will never get married. I will never hold my grandchildren, nothing. But Chow is able to go home with his lion son, Andy Chow, and they're able to have dinner with the wife, Alice, who all 3 of them came out that store, and they chased my baby. And I think the entire family should be held accountable because it was racially profiled. And I do not think that is right, and they all should be punished. I don't know what laws that we need to create to help our people, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. Cyrus should not be gone. None of our children should be gone from the acts of racism, from profiling, from any of that. He should be here. And until the world treats us like we are human beings, I mean, come on. Y'all hire us. Y'all want us around. You like our culture. You want to listen to the music. You want to wear our clothes. You want to do all of that stuff. But when it comes to protecting us and when it comes to looking at our children, you look at us as if we are animals, and we are not. I am a college-educated woman. I hold a master's degree in information technology management. My son was not a thug. He was a 14-year-old boy who was trying to find his way. And for any person that acts like when they were 14, 15, 16, 17, that they did not do nothing wrong, that they did not smoke and drink and do and have sex and do whatever that they were not supposed to do by their parents, it is a lie. And it is judgmental, and I refuse to allow any of you to sit up there and make it seem like we were bad parents because we were not.
And I'm gonna touch on that real quick too. Just like his mother said. And you know what? I'm gonna elaborate on this, and I believe I did an episode in my archive as well, speaking about foreign businesses that pretty much are all over the black community. Foreign businesses. The influx of foreign businesses, the amount of foreign businesses that are in our communities. Just like she said, y'all want to dress like us. Y'all want to take our swag. Y'all want to take our style. Y'all want to listen to our music. You want to dress like us. You want to talk like us for the most part. But then in the back of your minds, you know, we're animals to y'all. We're not equal to y'all. But yet we're the ones that keep y'all daggone businesses going. We're the ones that keep walking through the doors of y'all stores, buying items, buying products. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones keeping y'all businesses going. And y'all take that money and send it back to where you're from, and you double and triple that money when you send American dollars back to where you're from. But we're the ones that keep y'all doors open. We're the ones that keep your lights on. But you treat us like animals. Oh, we're gonna get into it. I ain't done. But let's go. Let's keep listening to the sister.
All of our children make mistakes, but I don't see anybody saying, oh, well, you know what, my kid did X, Y, and Z, my kid did X, Y, and Z. No, they're coming onto my page and try to demonize my child, and I will not have it. And it stops today. Keep your opinions to yourself. And until you are in my shoes and you have to bury a child, I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Yeah, we gonna get into it. I'm a really just kind of, you know what I'm saying, tap into my thoughts. I'm gonna let, you know what I'm saying, the mom and the father rock out. Once again, fair use, if I gotta say that. But this right here is ridiculous, man. And it's an ongoing cycle of nonsense and evil and wickedness being betrayed by other people against my people. Let's go. Next up, you're gonna hear the father speak.
Well, there's not much I can say really, because you heard it first. What I can say is I am very disappointed in our justice system.
We all are.
I don't understand. I mean, you get shot in the back. You try to shop in black, first of all. You try to just be yourself. Just because you're not in suit and tie or slacks, dress shoes, I guess you're labeled a thug all the time, right?
Yes, you are.
Your hair's not neat. I guess everybody don't have their own ways about being who they can be later on in life or right then to make themselves become who they're gonna be. Well, our baby will never get that. He'll never get that. Just like his mom said, we would never see it. We would never know what he could have been, where he could have been, what he would have brought for us as family. We are lost for words. But one thing I can say, we got a lot of family out here. We got a lot of family. We appreciate everyone out here all the time, because if you don't stick up with each other, we all fall. We all will fall. We need to really look at this, take another look at the system, because something's not right. I mean, what did you all see? You see, what did you get? Not guilty.
How? First, they were saying, well, he tried to steal a bottle of water. That's what the claim was from Rick Child and his defensive lawyers team, or that was the accusation from Rick Child when this young man was in the store. A bottle of water. A bottle of water? Hell, if it was 2 bottles of water, 3 bottles of water, 4 bottles of water, whatever the case may be, a bottle of water, and you shot this young man in the back? He was running from the situation. Look.
I mean, goodness, what jury, where was that jury from? You got, once again, a little boy. Yeah, he's kind of tall. He's 5'8", 114. 114 pounds. You got a guy that's 200 pounds on the swim team. Breaststroke, right? Yeah, they won the championship. Yeah. What championship my son won? What championship? He's well, evidently I can tell he was a decent sprinter, but that didn't last. Chased him down. He falls, and then you shoot him in the back.
Chased him down. He leaves the store. You then proceed to chase him down as he's running away. And from what I understand, the young man was running so fast. Cyrus was running so fast, one of his shoes fell off. I think he dropped his book bag, one of his shoes fell off, all that stuff. And this wasn't even in the parking lot of the gas station, because if y'all, for those of y'all that are from Columbia, South Carolina, y'all know how the store is set up. The front of the store is facing Park Lane Road. The road that's on the side is the road that goes towards the apartment complexes that go behind the store. Y'all chase him out of the store. He falls and you shoot him in his back. Now, last time I checked, for real, when I went through gun training class and stuff like that to get my concealed weapons permit, which now in South Carolina, apparently you don't need a permit anymore to carry concealed or open carry. But anyway, the time I got my concealed weapons permit, I could recall the trainer saying that if you shoot somebody in the back, even if they're a home intruder, then you could be held liable, I believe, for maybe manslaughter, or you could be at fault. Last time I checked, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or whatever the case may be, for those of you that are gun owners as well, but that's what I remember. Here it is, you had this guy, this Asian store owner, doing the exact thing that I was told not to do. Even if somebody broke into my home and you get off, let's go.
Very much so. A little boy. I'm going to tell you what I've told everyone else, from lockers to the solicitors, anybody. By law, he had the right to defend himself. You're chasing him. If he was such a thug, why he didn't shoot? Why he didn't shoot? He should have. If it would have been me, when they hit them yellow lines out there in that street, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now, where's the justice? He's home, enjoying his nice home with his family. Oh yeah, don't let me go. I got to go back to Andy Child. Andy Child, okay? Andy Child, as they say in there, he went to Hammond. He went to USC. And now he has a good job. Our baby will never get anything like that. No. You graduate Wednesday, about to start your summer. Excited. You think you're going to have a good year, and Sunday you end up over here on the ground. We couldn't even get all summer done. You got a baby going. Our baby. Where is the justice? I'm still looking for the justice. I want to know. Someone needs to do something.
Come on, make a space. Make a space. And any of them little kids sitting in a chair.
Thank y'all so much. I don't know.
Make a space for the grandmother.
And you know what? That was the mother and the father of young Cyrus speaking in light of the jury verdict right here in Columbia, South Carolina, concerning this killer, Rick Child. And Rick, I know that your punk ass probably won't see this because you so glad to get off and to beat this trial. You and your punk ass family who opened up a store in the black community, which a lot of you tend to do, not just your type of foreigner, but others as well. I'm gonna run one more thing by you guys before let me see if I could get to it. I'm gonna run one more thing by you guys, before I go and really tell you my thoughts and my feelings. Let's get to it.
Players that run that far need oxygen. College football players that run that far need oxygen. They don't have that ability, and they're not running with a gun. Why did Cyrus think he needed to run that far? Why did he have a gun? The answer is where his body lay. That continued to come up. Why does a 14-year-old black child need a gun? Can we answer that while we look at his dead body, shot there by someone that chased him over 130 yards, even though he committed no crime? Is the answer not that obvious why he needed a gun? Until our society, until our community believes that Black lives matter, that they matter as much as the general society, we will continue to have these problems. The answer, the future, is on education. It is on our groups not giving up and believing that we have to speak out even though the jury said what they said. The jury was wrong. We will stand on that, and we'll keep fighting. NFL football players that run that far need...
All right, so let me get into my spiel. Right? I'm going to tell you something, man. That was my son. And this is just me speaking for myself. I can't speak for everybody in my community. But if this was my son, for the people that know me, listen, I don't bother nobody. I'm no thug, I'm no tough guy, none of that. But I am a man. And I am a man of the Most High. And I want y'all to read your Bibles and consider what I'm saying before you consider it being violent. Because last time I checked, the Most High told one of the fiercest warriors in the Bible, David and his army, that when they went into certain places to wipe out the men, the women, and the children of those particular places, those specific places, because it was some about those people that the Most High knew they needed to be wiped off of the planet Earth. You can go back to Moses when he sent Joshua out as a spy. Joshua and another guy out as a spy. He told Moses pretty much to tell Joshua when he went out to spy on the land, to survey the land that they were supposed to go through. Told him the same thing he told David to do. I'm tripping off of the fact too that the jury, and I'm personally interested to know who was on the jury. They don't release that information to the public, unfortunately. I'm interested to know who was on the jury. And as far as South Carolina's judicial system, let me tell you something, man. I've had my share of run-ins with police officers in South Carolina and dealing with the judicial system in South Carolina. And I can say both of those topics, both of those things for another segment, because right now it ain't necessarily about me, but it's about the situation. But that's nothing new here as far as Cyrus, young Cyrus, not getting his just due, his justice in this situation. Because I've had South Carolina do things towards me, and I don't even have a criminal background. I don't have a record. And I don't, but South Carolina, man, is still in that, it's still in that. I don't know, man, that Andy Griffin and before type era. You know what I'm saying? It's still in that Jim Crow era. South Carolina is the last to do a lot of stuff. I mean, even down to infrastructure of the state and of the city. But my point is, the judicial system here is so full of crap. And then from what I learned is that, and I don't remember the guy's name, if you want to even call this piece of crap a guy or a man. But from what I understand is that Rick Chow had the best defense attorney in the state of South Carolina. And the other person that I could think of at the top of the food chain, also here in Columbia, South Carolina, is a black man actually by the name of Todd Rutherford. He is from what I understand, one of the most top-notch attorneys there is. I'm not sure what type of attorney he is, but I know from what I understand that the guy that Rick Chow used as a defense attorney is one of the top guys. And I know he wasn't African, he wasn't black. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's last time I checked. And like I said, I forgot his name. I'm confounded. I am flabbergasted. I am bewildered bewildered on how the jury, after all of this evidence, and the father said that he was chased, what was it, 130 to 150 yards away from the store? Oh, I would have been pop. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something like this that y'all don't know about South Carolina and some southern states, right? You talk about him being 14 years old and having a gun. A lot of white folk have trained their kids on hunting at 12 and 13 years old here in the South, where I'm from. They in the woods with it. Long barrels. High velocity ammunition. Camouflaged up, hunting deer. When I went to high school, at Irmo High School, them white boys used to come with their trucks to the school. And this wasn't the only school they did this at. They did it at other high schools too. Airport, Chapin, Dutch Fort, Irmo, Lexington, name them. They would come to school with their high school with their trucks with a shotgun in the back window. Because most trucks, for the most part, had like the back window behind you, and the truck is glass. They would have their rifles sitting up right there on a rack, coming to school with it. And you talking about a 14-year-old, these kids, they're in high school. They ain't no more than about 16, 17 years old, maybe between the ages of 16, let me think. Driving, you got to be 17, maybe 18. So they were probably about 17, 18 years old, but still. White folks teach their kids at a young age how to hunt, how to use a weapon. I know I do. I know my sons, I trained them gun safety, hand-to-hand combat, survival skills. Anything you could think of that I have a working knowledge of, I teach my sons that. Sad part about this is, man, that I think about this situation is my oldest son is 18 years old. He just graduated this year. And if young Cyrus would have never lost his life, he would have been graduating class of 2026. Along with all these other children, all these other young adults that I've seen walk across that stage to accept their diploma and to be congratulated for their achievement. It's a sad day, man. It's a sad day in South Carolina. It's a sad day for my people. And the sad thing about it is, the saddest and the worst part about it is that this has been going on for years, on top of years, on top of years, and it seems like it's never going to stop. I just want to know this, man, for real. This is how I feel about this situation. And I always reference my boy Kendrick Lamar. I want y'all to go back and listen to the album that he put out called Damn. D-A-M-N, Damn. The Damn album. And go listen to the song called X-Rated. That's how I feel. Because if young Cyrus was my son, and Lord forbid that's ever something that either one of my sons have to go through or deal with, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. And to be honest with you guys, as I said, I'm not a gangster. I'm not a tough guy. I'm a man of the Most High. Hey, listen. I'm gonna have to do something to you. I'm going to have to do something to you. I'm going to have to go back to biblical times. I'm going to have to give you a biblical response to what you did to my son and to my household, to my bloodline. I'm going to have to do something to you. By all the powers invested in me that would be given to me from the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Elohim of Israel, I would have to do something to you. You ever seen y'all ever seen that movie, Law Abiding Citizen? Yeah. With Jamie Foxx and what's my man name? Russell Crowe, I believe it was. I think that was Russell. But Jamie Foxx was definitely in it. Law Abiding Citizen. Y'all go back and reference that movie as well, on top of listening to Kendrick Lamar's X-Rated song. That's the type of time I'd be on. For some reason, I don't think it was Russell Crowe in Law Abiding Citizen, but y'all go and watch Law Abiding Citizen with Jamie Foxx, okay? X out the Russell Crowe thing until, I don't think it was Russell. It was another guy. Can't think of his name right now. Great actor, though. But it wasn't Russell, but that's whatever. But that's the type of time I'll be on. I really feel like we need to boycott Asian-owned businesses. But then at the same time, I'm kind of conflicted with that thought, because in the black community, for those of you that don't know, that are not living in the black community because you're not black, you're not a foundational black American, you don't know the plight and the struggles and the things that we've had to endure, even down to here in South Carolina, the whole Dylan Roof situation. When he went into that church, and actually, you know, Charleston's probably about an hour and maybe 45-minute drive from Columbia, you know, 2 hours depending on how you drive, what hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours. But I went to the church and took some pictures and, you know, whatever the case is, but I just, you know, so my spirit was heavy while I was on that property, while I was on that plot of, you know, that land where the church was. Man, listen, I just feel like a lot of these foreigners, and I'm gonna revisit this point and topic, because a lot of these foreigners come into our communities and they establish these businesses. They establish their hair stores, their beauty supply stores, their nail salons, their liquor stores, their gas stations. They buy the hotels. They buy the like I said, the gas stations. They buy up the hotels. Now they got vape stores everywhere. I mean, literally from where I live, if you drive 5 minutes outside of my subdivision, there are literally within 5 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, if that, from my house. You drive 5 or 10 minutes up the road, there are literally 5 vape stores, 5 tobacco and vape stores within a 10-mile radius. 5 vape stores. Now they doing the vape. So you got more and more influx of foreigners coming in here, buying up all the businesses that we tend to keep running. We tend to keep up and running. We keep going through their doors, supporting their stores, supporting their business, and yet they treat us like a piece of crap. They look down on us. Oh, and let me tell you something. I just don't understand. I just don't see a way around this, because the Indians, the East Indians, Abib and them, excuse me, Hakabib, you know what I'm saying? The Patels, I like, you could tell all they want is our money. You could tell all they want is for us to keep coming in and out of these stores buying stuff. I actually had I had one situation where I worked at a warehouse for one of them. And see, the women, the Indian women, and this side know the East Indian women, they tend to be pretty cool. They tend to be pretty cool. I could deal with the East Indian women, but the men, boy, I be wanting to, boy, I ain't gonna hold you, boy. I be wanting to daggone, boy. I be wanting to square up with you, boy. I be wanting to do something to you. I be wanting to put that, I think, a solid 7-piece on you. Solid 7-piece, not a 3-piece, but I want a 7-piece with a biscuit on you. That's what I be wanting to, like, is that y'all attitude's just crazy. Like, y'all be wanting a lot for a little bit when it comes to manual labor. Then you got the Asians. Oh, how we going? Because you know Habib and them, they got the hotels, they got the gas stations, they got the vape stores. You know we gonna run that up. The Asians, oh, we got the nail salons. We got some of the gas stations. Oh, and they killing it. They've been killing it for plenty of years with the nail salons and the beauty salon. I mean the beauty shops, selling your hair, doing your nails, and owning stores. Listen, man, I really, young Cyrus would have graduated this year along with a lot of other young men and women, including my son. And like I said, most high forbid that anything like that ever comes across my desk concerning concerning my flesh and blood. I hate to say it, but that would be the last YouTube episode that I would you probably see me on, or last time you see my face in the streets, the last time, you know what I'm saying? Like I just have to, I'd be on my Django shit, to be honest with you, because I already feel like I'm that 1 in 10,000. I would be on my Django shit. I would be on my Django shit. That's just all it is to it. Because I do feel like I'm that 1 in 10,000. And like I said, I'm no thug, I'm no tough guy, I'm no gangster. But I do feel like I'm that 1 in 10,000 in so many different ways, not just this situation. Because Lord knows the things I've overcome. And I don't look like nothing I've been through. I think in that, and I praise God, I praise the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Elohim of Israel, for me not looking like what I've been through. But this situation right here, young Cyrus deserved justice, and the people that are within my state and outside of my state feel the same way as far as my people are concerned. And for those of you that left those nasty messages, those evil and wicked messages under his mom's Facebook page and stuff like that concerning the loss of life of her child, her son, Cyrus, I pray that the Most High gives you cancer in your ass. I pray that the Most High judges you swiftly. I pray that the Most High allows you to find some random act of his will as you go about your day that you regret putting any of those comments on her page concerning the loss of life of young Cyrus, her son. And the sad part about it is no matter what we do, no matter how much we try to get along, no matter how much we try to overlook, no matter how much we try to overcome, unfortunately, I'm not cut from that cloth, but my people are for the most part. They wanna get along. They wanna try to make it right. They wanna try to forgive you, despite what you do. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm really interested to know how you guys feel about this whole situation. I can assume how most of you feel, especially if you're a part of my community. But I would like to hear from you guys in the comments about your thoughts on the verdict of the jury in this case, the judicial system here in South Carolina as a whole, and in the South as a whole, or wherever, the judicial system, wherever you are. But I definitely want to hear from you guys that are, especially in my state and in the South. Man, listen, that's all I really got to say about this situation, man. I'm glad that you guys tuned in. Thank you so much for, tapping in with me, man. I really appreciate all the support, to the channel. Of course, you already know, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments, and I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. This will, be the wrap up for another episode of the Monte Carlo Show. Once again, I'm your host, Monte Carlo. Today's topic, justice for Cyrus Carmack-Belton. May you rest easy, young man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again to another episode of the Monte Carlo Show. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And just remember, when you see me, say shalom. Most High bless y'all.
That's all I do. That's all I do.
Hey, yo, I do it, turn it up. That's right.
That's all I do.
Yeah. I'll make it
That's all I do.
Sometimes to be the closest people to you, wishing every God. Don't let the helping hand seek and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of us. Don't let the helping hand seek and touch your sabotage. Sometimes to be the closest people to us, wishing every God. Don't let the helping hand seek and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of us. Don't let the helping hand seek and touch your sabotage.
My time to reflect about my time in the jets. We lost some souls in the street. We can never get back, so we live with regret as we deal with the evils, keeping them back doors locked. When dealing with certain people, the vibes are ever deceiving. So please don't let them deceive you. Friends get crossed out for ends. These some treacherous people. Stay on point like a needle. Keep your head on a swivel. You know the streets gon' plot, cause a plot where they trying to put you. Look, if patience is a virtue, I make time in my front. That's what I do. The streets don't love you, so I don't love them. That's what I do. If it's earth, wind, and fire, guess I'm wrong with the wind. That's what I do. Hey, mama said if they smiling in your face, you better watch that friend. Pushing every cause. Don't let the helping hand seek and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of ours. Don't let the helping hand seek and touch your sabotage. To be the closest people to us, wishing every God. Don't let the helping hand speak and touch your sabotage. It's only lucky Luciano's in this thing of ours. Don't let the helping hand speak and touch your sabotage.
That's all I do. That's all I do. That's all I do.